my name is Janine, and this is my Alaskan Malamute, Sasha. Today we are going to talk about enrichment and how we can enrich our dogs whilst we feed them a raw-fed meal. So, if you raw feed your dogs and are wondering how you can enrich them at the same time, then continue watching because this video is for you. Before I start talking about ways that I enrich my raw-fed dog, let's first talk about what exactly is canine enrichment. So, imagine you are stuck in a room for hours a day. You don't have a phone, no computer, no TV, no books, no magazines, and no internet. All you have is that room that you're in and maybe a window to look out of. Sounds pretty boring, right? Well, unfortunately, for most of our dogs, this is what an average day looks like. Like us humans, dogs do not only need physical stimulation, but they need mental as well. Like its root word, enrichment is to enhance or improve the quality of your dog's mental capacity. If dogs are not enriched, they can have problems such as hyperactivity, barking, digging, anxiety, reactivity to other dogs, weight gain, excessive grooming or licking of their paws, and general health issues. One of my favorite brands when it comes to enriching my dog is the brand Kong. They make these puzzle-like toys that come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and styles that can mentally stimulate any size dog, from a small dog like a Jack Russell to a big dog like a Great Dane. The classic Kong looks like this. It's like a beehive-shaped puzzle toy that has a hole in the bottom, and this is where you can stuff your treats or pastes or peanut butter, or in our case, this is where we can put our raw food. So all you have to do is get all your meat and raw meal, stuff it into the Kong, and then freeze it overnight. And then when you're ready to feed it to your dog, just take it out of the freezer and give it to them. And you know, they have to try and get the food out of the puzzle. So that is quite a mentally stimulating form of enrichment. And Kong has other styles as well, like this one. This is our favorite one. It's a little bit harder than the classic Kong in the sense that they have crosses instead of just a big hole like this one. So with the cross, you know, it's harder to get the food out. You have to squeeze it, chew it, and it's just a bit longer mental stimulation for your dog. We also have this style. This one's, again, a little bit harder than the classic in the sense that although it has a hole, she has to hold it in the correct position in order to be able to lick the food out. And this one's probably the hardest one that we have. Again, because of the cross holes, you have to chew it, but because it's not the same size as this one's more of a round shape, it's harder to chew, so she has to do lots of investigating and figuring out how she's going to get her food out of this thing. Apart from Kongs, I also use slow feeder bowls or mats. So I have this slow feeder mat that I got from Kmart for like $6, and all I do is I get her raw meal and I put it on this. I get the back of a spoon and try to mash it into all of the crevices and grooves and corners. And this is mentally stimulating for my dog because she has to figure out how she's gonna get the food out of all of these crevices and spaces. So it's mentally stimulating for her. But as you can see, she has started to chew on the edges of this soft feeding mat. So we've changed to, this is the same concept, but it's harder. I think the brand for this is Outward Hound. So it's the same idea. You put the raw food in here, you get the back of a spoon and try to mash it into all of these corners and crevices and grooves, and you serve it to your dog, and they have to try and get all that food out. Okay, so now it's time to prepare my dog's food in her form of enrichment. So today I've decided to use the soft feeding mats from Kmart. So that's what it looks like. And I'm going to use my raw patty. So all I do is I open up the patty. If you mix your own raw, it's the same concept, just dump the raw meat on top. And all I do is get a spoon, get the back of a spoon, and just mash it into all of these crevices and corners. So she has to investigate how to get the food out of them. So and I'm done. So that's what it looks like. You can see all of the grooves from the slow feeding mat. So she has to lick around this maze to get to her food. When it comes to the time that you're going to give the food to your dog, I always make her work for it first. So, Sasha, drop. Then I place the food in front of her and I walk away. Break! Then I give a release command. So this is how she knows that she has to work for her food, and she basically can't just get it for free. So I'll just close up on my dog eating. It's still pretty fast, but as you can see, she has to go through each section individually so that she can get to her food, as opposed to just putting it in a bowl and she can just eat it basically in one go. This is slower and more mentally stimulating for her. And that is how I enrich my dog. If you found this video helpful, or if you enjoyed this video, then please follow us on Instagram. I will be posting the links below. I will also have a list of other ways that you can enrich your dog that I may not necessarily use, but you can most certainly do if you think they are for you. Thank you for watching.